Has the long layoff affected the Slick Gypsy King enough for a heavy punch to land on him? Or does the Bronze Bomber possess enough skills to be able to reach the UK Giant? Find out in this next episode of the Spartan Boxing Break. And this is the Spartan Boxing blog. Is it the blog?
Spartan Boxing Break.
Spartan. Here we are at the Spartan Boxing Break with Joey Santana and Corling L. Duran. This is Dave Carr. We are back again to talk about, what are we talking about?
Well, we got what's up, boys and girls? Joey here. We got Wilder and Fury. And, you know, it's got to be a big fight if Corling changes his Facebook page for it. It's a profile picture.
Well, Wilder Fury, I bought tickets the very first day that they went on sale. I was in a holding room of sorts, in some sort of a waiting room, and I was literally working. I was at a deposition, and I was running to the bathroom so that I could run and buy the tickets and run back to the deposition. And I got tickets.
I remember because you both were badgering me into switching my vacation week because I was going to be in Los Angeles the week after.
But lo and behold,
only for Corling to not even still be going to the fight.
Lo and behold, I later find out that what they did was just release just a certain amount of tickets and withheld a bunch of tickets. And from the recent revision, the recent inspection of AXS site, I discovered that a lot of the tickets are going for about 30% less, and I suspect that as the fight gets closer, that might go down also. The percentage of discount will increase.
They didn't release all the tickets because they're waiting to put them on. They're gonna put them on sale this coming Friday.
Oh yeah, on Groupon.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I know Corling's over there turning.
Because there's going to be so much demand, they figured we'll just hold them back for the day before the
I'll
fight.
be honest, I'm a little bit upset because I expected the tickets to sell out quickly, and it was given the impression that they were selling out quickly, but that wasn't the truth, and it was pretty disappointing to see them on Groupon.
And
they're on Groupon?
They were on
Groupon.
They're on Groupon.
Oh, God.
I've never seen that shit before in my life.
I've seen that for little garbage concerts.
You mean like when the fire department fights the police department, they put those on Groupon.
Listen, I saw Def Leppard and Heart for $20 on Groupon. So that should tell you.
You talking about Groupon? I can't even get Disney on Ice tickets on Groupon. This is ridiculous.
Would you rather go to a fight on Groupon or take skydiving lessons on Groupon?
Oof,
listen,
that's rough, man.
Here's something that I talked about. I don't know if it was a lack of experience or if it was a lack of intelligence. I don't know how else to put it. To have a fight of this magnitude with two big heavyweights, one of them a champion, the other one a ex-lineal champion, in a place where nobody knows them and as far away from the fanship, the biggest fanship, which is there's more Fury fans than there are Deontay Wilder fans.
It should have been in one of two places. Let's face it.
It should have been in the UK or it should have been in New York. One of the two.
That's it. Nowhere else.
You could make a case for
Vegas,
Alabama.
Vegas.
I think it would have done better in Vegas than it's doing in LA.
Yeah.
But Wilder has fought here several times. His biggest fight against Ortiz was here in Brooklyn. You could have brought Tyson Fury here. There are plenty of Brits, plenty of Irish,
Not to mention,
plenty of those They're all here anyway.
You can get
the fight would have fucking sold out the Barclays.
You can get a wow, bare bones flight round trip from the UK to New York for $200 round trip.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. It's easier to fly from Britain, from the UK.
Yes,
it's easier to fly to New York, and then honestly, it's easy to fly to Vegas too. If you're within the United States, it's easier to hit Vegas.
Sure.
Than to hit LA.
I can see Vegas too. I can see Vegas because it's a betting town. It's a big heavyweight fight. There would have been a lot of money being dropped.
It's an attraction town. Like it gives people something to do. So yeah, you put it in Vegas. I don't know why they put it in LA. If they put it in the same week,
LA just watch basketball. That's it. They don't watch anything else.
Yeah,
and they only watch the Lakers. They don't watch the Clippers.
That's what I was gonna say. Remember, I told you that LA is a terrible, terrible, terrible sports town. Traffic is bad. There's no metro.
Too. It's good for college football too.
So my question is, why did they put this fight there?
Oh man, if they put it in Vegas the same week, then they'd be competing with Justin Timberlake at the T-Mobile.
They could have moved it a week ahead.
It's not the same.
That's why you put it.
People that are interested in Justin Timberlake are not interested in fucking heavyweight boxing. Please.
They could have put it in December 15th.
It's immediately after the holidays too. This is during the Christmas shopping rush. This is when people are probably broke. Maybe they were thinking it's the first of the month. Let's put it over here, and then that's it. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. They dropped the ball on this.
I mean, if people were broke, they should have had the Pacquiao Broner fight on December, and then.
If you're broke the day after Cyber Monday, your Christmas list was mad short and very expensive.
Hey, listen, I dropped a pretty penny.
You're buying like 2 engagement rings.
I dropped
really broke that fast.
I dropped a pretty penny on. Well, not as much as you did, Joey, but mine was. Yeah, I
didn't do it yet, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't do it yet? Yeah, I did. I
didn't do it yet.
Yeah. Just for you, just so you know, Corling, I bought a ring.
Ooh.
I told Joe about it.
Well,
I saw it. I saw the ring.
Yeah.
You don't even have to get down on the knee, David. I already say yes.
No. Listen. And you know how
you doing it? Are you gonna like Eiffel Tower it? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know how frugal I am. So I had a price limit, and that's what I stuck with. So, anyway,
it's the thought that counts.
You can't drive the damn thing, so what is it good for?
Fuck you, bitch.
What is it good for if you can't drive it?
So wait, this isn't my ring?
Listen, Corling, I'll get you one of those ring pops. I'll mail it to you.
Man. Or the Halloween spider ring will work for me. I appreciate it.
The Batman decoder ring.
But
yeah, man, put diamonds in the wings, man.
But anyway, I'm happy to go to LA because I'll be one day watching the fight and the other 3 days fixing my cousin's car, because that's really what I'm going over there for. I'm taking my carry-on is going to be a backpack, and my checked bag is going to be tools. So, it's good to see my cousin. So
you're going to have less than 50 pounds of tools?
It's not. Oh yeah, I'll have my specialty tools, and then he has some tools that he's going to have to dig through his garage.
Thank God when I go hang out with him, I don't tell him anything, that I'm handy with nothing. So he doesn't ask me to fix shit.
Just tell him
he drives like a maniac.
Yeah, ask him to let you drive. And although you're no better than him. So.
Yeah, well, you know what? I guess it depends on if you know where you are.
Yeah,
like exactly. I can drive in Manhattan the way he drives, like going to Malibu.
Yeah.
So whatever. To each his own.
Yeah, Johnny's pretty nuts, man, and it doesn't help that he's sick and tired of LA. So, anyway, I'm excited about the fight. I'm excited because I've always wanted to see a heavyweight championship fight. I've never had the opportunity, and I think this is the only chance we're gonna get. Because even if Wilder wins, I don't think that fight's happening in the U.S. It's obvious with ticket sales, and if the pay-per-view sales match the ticket sales. If he fights
Joshua, you mean?
If Wilder fights Joshua, I don't see it happening here.
Okay, so then you just won't see a heavyweight fight in the U.S. But I'm going to the UK to watch it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to the UK to watch it. I'll watch it at home. But
no, I'll go. I'll go.
I like Fury. I like Fury, and he's charismatic. He boxes well. He made.
You know why you can go to the UK? Because we know so many guys in the UK because of the group.
That's
You
true.
always have someone.
That's true.
Someone's house to crash in. David, for some reason, you can find these $200 flights. That's fine. And
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn puts on. Eddie Hearn sells $5 tickets in the upper deck. So it's going to cost you like $205 to go,
Yeah.
and maybe a taxi to the airport. That's it. It's going to cost nothing.
And we can crash at Michael Graham's place.
Yo, if you don't mind waking up with like 14 cats on your chest.
and a dust and a dust ball of
no.
He's got cats and kids. So
and a dust ball of illegal
buyer beware. I'll be there. The cats are going to be on me. Don't worry.
and a dust ball of illegal substances on you.
All right.
Jesus.
No. I think it would be a super fun for us.
I think he's limited to just weed in the house. I don't think anything else goes on. Everything else is outside of the house.
Limited.
Let's not
He drops a
incriminate.
line in the sand in that household.
Let's not incriminate members here online. Okay.
Well, he's all the way over there anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think Fury's going to be fun for about 5 rounds, and then he's going to gas out. His legs are going to give out, and Wilder's going to catch him. That's how I see it. I see a big knockout in the fight, and Wilder's going to win. And anything less than that, then there's a problem with Wilder.
What do you mean anything less?
Anything less than that, if this fight goes the distance, if it's a close fight, if Fury beats Wilder, obviously something wrong with Wilder, because this is the best time to catch Fury. Fury is coming from a long layoff, full of drugs and food and booze.
2 fucking nobodies on his way back.
2 jokes of a fight, and he looked terrible in both. I just if you don't beat Wilder Fury, if you don't beat Tyson Fury that is in front of you now, then you're not that good.
So are you?
All right, so you're picking Wilder to win like 5th, 6th round knockout, right?
Yeah, by
Okay.
no later than the
I'm gonna
6th.
say this. I'm gonna go probably a little longer, maybe like 10th round, and only because Fury can be a little bit elusive. But I think if the way Fury's looked since he's come back and he fought like a guy, stocking shelves at a supermarket and a cab driver, and for him to look terrible against those guys. And he won. One was a 4th round stoppage, which everybody was like, "Why did he even stop it?" And the other fight, I turned off. I literally turned the fight off.
Fury has lost 150
so Wilder
pounds.
is going to win. I think the fight is going to suck, and I hate to say that because you're spending money to fly to LA and go to your cousins and go to the fight. But I think the fight is going to absolutely suck.
I'm going to enjoy
That's why I wouldn't even pay for it.
I enjoy
You know what? Let me ask you. Let me butt in and ask a
ahead.
question real quick. So are y'all saying that this version of Wilder, the one that's going to fight on Saturday, would have no chance at all, or maybe a slight puncher's chance against the Tyson Fury that beat Vladimir Klitschko?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I still think he might have won because I never thought Tyson Fury was that good.
I'm saying that this version of Tyson Fury, if you can't beat him in 6 rounds, then there's a problem with you.
You know what? I'm gonna have to disagree. Look, I'm afraid of one thing in this
Go ahead.
fight.
Cover your boy. Go ahead.
Do you know what? I'm gonna cover him. You know that. But let me say this though about Tyson Fury, and this is where I respect him. Who did he hit the deck against? Was it Cunningham?
Yeah.
Steve USS Cunningham.
Yeah. Okay, so he hit the
At
deck
the
against
theater at Madison Square Garden. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Now check this out though. The one thing that he showed me, hopping around and boxing and feinting and moving and all that. And you know what? That's actually crazy that a man that big can be that adept in doing so. But when he got up off the deck and cleared his head against Cunningham, what did he do? He actually acted like the bigger man. He started leaning on him and roughing him up and fighting him on the inside. I am really, really, really afraid. What if all this little footage that we see of him training, all this boxing and stuff, what if that's, what if it's a facade? What if it's
I gotta cut in for a second before I forget.
Go ahead.
He got dropped by Steve Cunningham, and you think when he gets dropped by Wilder that he's going to get up?
I never said that. I never said that.
He's not going to get up.
Let me tell you this, and this is what
you don't have to be worried about him getting up and being elusive and leaning on a guy. He's going to be leaning on the mat for like another, 13 minutes.
You know what? I agree with you. I think that Wilder's going to knock him out too, but it's some trepidation on my part. Number one, because I am a Wilder fan, and you know this. But number two, I've seen him adjust. I know that he can actually do something other than hopping out the ring and doing all that herky-jerky boxing stuff.
Which is why I think it lasts. That's the only reason I think it lasts longer than 5 or 6 rounds. You know
what? But check this out, though. If you watched All Access, I know you didn't, but he said something.
I watched the first episode. Well, sort of.
Well, you have to watch the second episode for this one. When he was training with Freddie Roach, he actually said, I noticed that every single time that Wilder throws this right hand, he has to sit there and then shoot it, which tells me, what's the way that you're going to elude a right hand if somebody's going to sit there? You can move forward and try and cover it up or smother it. That's the thing. If he gets close to Wilder, if he stays close to him, I am very worried in how that fight will go. Very worried.
Here's what I say.
That distance, then that's it.
Here's what I say. If Fury is able to do his thing for the first 4 or 5 rounds, boxing and dodging, is it his uncle? Is it his father that kind of looks like him? That wasn't allowed in.
His dad.
His dad. Okay, his dad in an interview said that Fury is not in fighting shape right now. He is not in fighting shape. So if he's not in fighting shape right now, and meaning that he hasn't been active sufficiently to get into shape where he's fighting. He's lost weight and all that, but traditionally we see fighters that lose weight after a layoff and they come back and they just lost the weight. They're not in fighting shape. So if he's not in fighting shape and he can box well against Fury and against Wilder and take some of those rounds or all of those rounds until he gets caught, because I do believe he's going to get caught, then that makes me think that it would have been a much different fight if Fury was in fighting shape and,
where it was 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So that's why I say that, it's this fight is going to tell us a lot about Wilder. Not if he knocks him out in 8, 9, 10 rounds when Fury's going to be gassed out.
If he knocks him out in 3 or 4, it's going to tell you a lot about Wilder.
If he knocks him out in 3 or 4, it's going to tell me a lot more about Wilder, even if he knocks him out in 5 or 6, because that's the cutoff for me. I think that Fury really is a 6-round fighter right now. And after that, he's going to be on borrowed time, and if he doesn't get caught.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw somebody a little shine right now. Someone from the group, Mrs. Kyla Ren, everybody's favorite Dawn Marie.
No, that's your favorite Dawn Marie.
She has been saying for that's my
What's
buddy.
up, Don?
She has been saying for the longest fucking time. And she's the first one to say this. I didn't see anybody else say it. Now, I actually haven't seen anybody else say it since either. But she's been saying that Fury's back just for a payday. He's done after this.
Right.
Yes or no?
I believe it.
I believe it too. I think she's spot on.
I believe it.
That's interesting. I mean, I can see it, but Fury's so erratic, man. He's such a different personality that you don't even know what the hell he's doing.
And the fact that he's saying that he's going to donate his whole purse to charity and to the homeless and people, that makes me believe it even more, that he's just back for one payday, so that, because I don't think he's hurting for money, and they live a simple life too. These people live a simple life, the travelers, so they don't need a lot of money to survive. So if that's the case, then that's the case. Then again, we might get surprised. You never know. Again, he's very unpredictable, like Corling said. And if he pulls this off, how big is it?
Huge.
It would be huge.
It would be huge. It's bad for boxing if he wins.
I don't think it's bad for boxing.
I mean,
It's bad for
you
the
know what?
sport.
It's good for the UK.
It's bad for U.S. boxing.
It's bad for the sport as a whole. It's bad because
Explain.
Because everybody wants Wilder Joshua. You don't want it ruined by Tyson Fury taking fucking 3 years off, sniffing his fucking brains out and drinking.
I don't
and then
think
coming
he's gonna.
back fighting two nobodies and then ruining what everybody wants.
If he's serious about continuing and pulls it off, I don't think he's going to go back to the same shit he did before. I think he's learned a lot. I think he's trying to become a role model.
All right, so I'll ask you this: what's a better fight, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, or Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua?
It depends.
What's a better fight?
It depends on the Tyson Fury that shows up.
You know which one I want. So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's exactly what I mean by it's worse for boxing if Tyson Fury wins. Is it an interesting story? Yeah. And you can draw some new blood out of that with him and Joshua, two UK guys going at it. You know, should Tyson Fury win? But I think it's bad for the sport because I think you get to build up this super fight between a guy who already had a WBC belt and the other guy that has the other three. But that's the fight that everybody
listen, if Wilder loses his fight, does that mean that he'll never fight Joshua? I don't think so. I think they make the fight even faster.
But it kind of in what people have been building here.
Yeah, a little bit of luster will be, lost off of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I think come fight time, everybody will be into it. But, look how much, and I'll go back to like last September. So this has been over a year where Wilder and Joshua have kind of been jawing back and forth in the media. And then it built up again, and then this guy fights Ortiz, and Joshua was fighting. Who did he fight? Povetkin? And he fought somebody else too.
He fought Parker.
He fought Parker and Povetkin. Right. So what you got was you got that hype between those two, and it like spun off into this fight and that fight. And the Ortiz Wilder fight is one of my favorite heavyweight fights in a long time, other than the Joshua Klitschko fight. I thought that fight was excellent, and I thought what I saw from Wilder in that fight kind of made me a fan. He was almost out on his feet in the 7th round, only to come back out and knock him out in the 9th after dropping him in the 5th. And Ortiz is probably the best boxer he ever faced.
Okay.
And if he can beat Ortiz like that, he's beating Tyson Fury. He's beating him.
Corling, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You're gonna have to tell us, how do you think this fight's gonna go? Put it on paper.
All right, it's gonna go rounds, man. It's gonna go rounds. So
how many?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go as deep as the 10th, and then I'll say that Wilder stops him in the 10th. I'm really, really scared about this fight, though, man. And Tyson Fury is just the style matchup. That's the one thing I don't like. The reason I'm
really scared, like you were scared, like if Amir Khan would have fought Floyd. Wait, that kind of scared? No, I'm trying to get to the level of scared. I'm trying to understand the level of scared you are.
Well, it's always a different degree of fear when you're actually a fan of these guys. When you're just watching it, like I was watching Canelo Triple G, I had no trouble watching that at all. But you're over here talking about like Wilder, man. I'm a Wilder dude, man. I'm really one of the only ones who ride for this guy like that. I'm scared. The styles plus Tyson Fury being so big, man. He's not okay. It's gonna say 260 pounds, whatever he weighs in at. That's fine, but he's bigger than that. Just big bones, thick skin, just a burly dude, man. It's gonna go rounds. I say, let me just give a Wilder KO 10 or 11, man. I'm
right there. I'm right there with you. 10 or 11.
Are you basing this on? Are you counting on Wilder being that good, or Fury being in better shape than what his own dad is saying he's in?
I think a lot of that coming out of that camp, like I said, you never really know with them. A lot of that coming out of that camp is just them talking. Maybe talking to play mind games. Yeah. Tyson Fury, he literally is the master of mind games. Everything he does is so he can get a mental edge.
I think he got under Wilder's skin. I think he's got.
I mean, in the presses, he's so quick witted. Yeah, he probably did.
It's all been fake. I think all the hype, all the drawing, and because they showed them at a press conference and then afterwards they're sitting on a couch together. I think it's I think
you know what, that one in the UK was not fake. That one in the UK wasn't fake. That was a real one. That was a real one.
I'm not sold, and I'm not buying the fight. So
hey, I understand.
Wow.
I understand. I got to support my boy, man.
I think this is going to get almost as many streams as Pacquiao and Broner.
Damn it.
Illegal streams.
Is there any chance for this fight to go into the cards?
Yeah. I think so.
If it does, who wins?
I think it's possible. I still think Wilder wins.
You think Wilder can outpoint Fury?
Yeah, because I've seen Tyson Fury fight Klitschko and land 2 punches in a round. So why not? Why can't Wilder do better than at that time, which was a 39-year-old Klitschko?
When you saw Fury landing 2 punches in a round against Klitschko, Klitschko landed 0 punches in that round.
Klitschko landed 1.
Okay.
Yeah, but he froze him.
Wilder's not a 39-year-old Klitschko. He'll land 4 or 5. So he'll win the round.
Ooh, that's going to be rough. If it goes to the cards, I'm going to be the most nervous person ever.
I think this fight is going to suck. And I think you're going to get that type of fight for a while. That's what you said, Dave, but maybe Tyson Fury's only a 6-round fighter. And then we start to see the decline. And then, boom, Wilder lands that punch that he always lands.
That's what I think is going to happen, really. I mean, even if it goes, a little bit past the 6, but I think it's going to be, somewhere before the 6. It's going to happen. I think Fury looked terrible in a 4-round. Actually, was it a 4-round fight? They stopped it right before the 4th.
The first one, they stopped in 4 rounds. He was terrible. The second fight, I turned off, so I don't know how many rounds it went.
Yeah, that fight was bad, man.
That fight was terrible. So,
I was watching on an iPad at the beach in the Hamptons, and I said, "What the fuck am I watching this for? I'm in the Hamptons."
I mean, that didn't even look like, what do you call it? A charity fight or...
Yeah, that was an exhibition. That's exactly what that was.
It was worse than an exhibition. I mean, the other guy wasn't even trying. So that's why I'm telling you. That's why it makes me think that, anything between 4 and 6 rounds sounds about right to me. The way he's looked.
So we all got Wilder winning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got Wilder winning. If it gets to 12 rounds, there's a reason.
Fun boys.
If it gets to 12 rounds, there's a reason it got to 12 rounds. Then I would give, whether he gets it on the cards or not, it would probably be because Fury outboxed him. That's the only way I can see it.
So. Yeah. If it goes to the cards, I'm gonna be the most scared person in the world.
Yeah. I mean, it would be. I mean, I would. I don't know. I don't know what I would think if they would give it to if they gave it to Fury. Being that it's in the U.S., being that they're under Heyman control.
You know what? Speaking of that, what I don't want to see.
It would be.
What I don't want to see is it go to the cards and then Fury get robbed. That would be horrible.
It would be a Don King.
Horrible.
It would be a Don King.
I will handle that. Don't you worry.
If Wilder loses on the cards, whether he won or lost, it would be a Don King moment. That's how I see it. That's the kind of shit Don King used to do.
Oh.
Or even Arum. Arum did it to Pacquiao. So.
Yeah,
that's true. He did.
I don't think they do. I don't think they'll do that to him.
That would be that would be crazy.
Wilder's gonna get the same treatment that Canelo gets from us.
It would guarantee a rematch.
Whatever you want, buddy. Don't worry. Just throw 3 punches. You're gonna win the round. Don't worry.
Man.
Just lay on the ropes and don't throw a punch. Don't worry. You'll win the round. I got you. Oscar be like, hold my beer.
Oh my God.
That was that's right now he's probably the most corrupt.
Oscar.
Right. They're all corrupt. Let's be honest. They're all corrupt. They're all in it for themselves and
so you're saying Oscar's the worst used car salesman. Okay.
Right now, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. It used to be Don King. Bob Arum made a strong case, but he's kind of fallen off. And now it's Oscar de la
Well,
Hoya.
Bob's good for one every now and then, and that's why he pulled that one on Pacquiao with Jeff Horn. But Eddie Hearn gets a lot of heat.
I think, you know what? A lot of people don't like Eddie Hearn. I think he's probably the most upfront guy.
I don't know.
I was waiting for that.
So I got to put him in that category of, I don't know what to believe with him.
Yeah.
So
it's Oscar.
I'll leave it at that.
If you're talking about most corrupt, he's clinging on to one guy.
All right, so let's stop here for the day, and remember to subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you get notified every time a new episode comes out. And we will see you soon from the Spartan Boxing break.
Adios, everybody.
Goodbye.